All right, let's get this going. Um, kind of weird doing this. It's been what, October? Beginning of October, I think, since I've done anything like substantial for this whole dealio. Um, kind of weird coming back to, eh, well, the clusterfuck. Um, figured I would hop in and do this shit because, well, Trigs are getting a marauder. Figured I'd give my 2 cents, kind of hop back into this whole thing, even though I've missed so fucking much of the world of Eve and all its intricacies over the past basically year and a half. A little over a year and a half. I mean, I basically stepped back from playing Eve hardcore. What, June 23? June of 23? So, out of the loop. Wanted to, poke around, have some fun. When the Drifter stuff started, my co-host Reese kind of, well, buddy Reese, I should say, since this hasn't really happened in forever. He started pestering me about coming back and Drifter space and all this shit. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let's have some fun. Let's poke around a little bit. Let's see what's going on in the world of Eve. And figured, why the fuck not, right? Like, have a little bit of fun. Kind of stepping into it. Work's been kind of, going on. So I haven't been too focused on Eve. No FanFest is going on. Kind of wish I would have went if I knew stuff at work would have worked out better. With how things are now, I probably would have fucking gone to FanFest. Because I could swing it. Which kind of sucks. Not, I was doing everything on my own when tickets went on sale, and then we hired someone, so it's kind of like, oh, shit, I could have maybe gone to FanFest and taken some time off and had some fun and do all that fun jazz. On that front, which would have been great. I love FanFest. FanFest is great. I know FanFest has all this streaming shit going on, and everyone's doing their own thing. Everyone's focused on that. So this is probably, nothing burger, me screaming into the void, recording this for shits and giggles, and I don't know, just kind of got in the mood to do this because this is the first time I've had some shit drop while I was doing something else at home and was like, fuck, I should sit down at my computer and think about what the fuck is to come with this Marauder, whether it's a good thing, whether it's a bad thing. I'd prefer a T3C or a T3D because I think that'd be a little more entertaining, but we shall see. We'll see how it turns out and see how it goes, but whatever. All right, so we'll get into this in 1 second. I just want to do this really quick. Uh, 1 second. just want to do something really quick before continuing on. All right, so let's get into this a little bit. So I've been out of loop. I know there's the drifter shit. Gotta, poke around a little bit at that stuff at some point. Maybe. I know Trig's won. People are being nice, keeping me up to speed on stuff going on, which I'm proud of everyone in the triangle or who associates with being a Triglavian. That you all pushed so hard, and did a good job with that. Like I'm very pleased and happy. I came in a little too late to get into that. It took Reese a little bit of talking for me to finally be like, all right, forget fine. I'll resub. I think I resubbed like a day or two before it ended, which is interesting, to say the least. Just to see like all the hype going around, craziness logging into Eve, and constantly seeing groups of trigs from all over the triangle flying together. Common Cause kind of remind me of certain aspects of what was fun when the triangle first formed. That was cool. I will say that. And then with FanFest going on, so we got the Angel Cartel Dread. Cool, tallest power. I can get behind that. Even though the only Dread I will ever own, never use, is my Zerns, my 2 Zerns, which I kind of want to fit up and do something with at some point. We'll see. Still trying to get my sea legs under me. I've been busy with everything else in life. Not putting everything on the back burner like I used to for Eve, so I need to step in and maybe use this weekend to play a bit more. Have a little bit of fun that way. It should be nice, get back to it, see what's changed. I'm gonna have to kind of dig into some shit to figure out what has changed, because a year and a half of time, a shit ton of stuff has changed in Eve. But all right, let's go over to it. The Babaroga. I don't know what I want to think of this. I think it's cool. I'll take it. Take it any day. I don't think it's what we needed. We didn't need another marauder. I mean, if it's his cancer, we can go over it later, but hopefully it's, not as ridiculous and cancerous as the one that's on the Chinese server on Serenity. That wouldn't be good. I do know that someone probably already bought every single Lashak at Jitta. As people do when announcements get made at FanFest. There is giant swings in the market right away. But let's go over this really quick. It's gonna be the Marauder, so as a Marauder, it's gonna, typical disintegrators. So 1 beam, depends on how brutal that is gonna be, on its ramp up, and what its Bastion module is going to do. If the Bastion module is, unleashes record-breaking uncapped subcapped DPS, that I mean, but it's an entropic disintegrator, so it's got to ramp up. It's gonna be interesting. Um, I know it's probably gonna be a brick shit house like every other Marauder. Um, it's probably gonna fucking pump out some DPS. I know Leshaks can do that themselves, so it's what if we ballpark maybe somewhere between 25 and 50% more damage and maybe a rapid spooling rate to get up to that. Ow, that could hurt. Um, let's see. So this is what's on Serenity. I mean, I imagine there'll be some BS, typical smart bomb stuff. That's what all the shacks have. I don't really think that'll go away. Armor repair, I imagine, because that's what the shacks have. I just imagine it's mainly going to be like all the roll bonuses is going to be the big thing. And I don't think it's going to be this ridiculous. I don't think it's going to be, oh, I can take on NPC dreads. I can solo like stuff that you can't solo kind of situation. I don't see that happening. I don't think it should happen. I think it'd be bad if it happens. I personally I prefer like, fuck it, like T3C, T3D. That'd be baller as shit. I could totally get behind that. That would be a little bit more fun, in my opinion. The Marauder game is part of the reason why I kind of got, it was near the end times of me playing. I was kind of like, dude, it's just Marauder swarms. This is kind of meh and boring. Not that interesting. Not that interested in it. I know it's the meta, yada yada, but meh. I'm good. Don't need that shit. I don't want. I mean, I could see it maybe in structure bashing. They'd be really great. Well, the Babaroga. I could see it doing fucking stupid structure bashing damage if you're doing subcaps to bash structures and not using marauders. Well, I mean, it is a marauder, but not using the other marauders or standard bashing cheap fits. I could see this thing doing stupid structure damage. Which, it's going to change up the meta like everything does when a new ship comes out. Things shift, things change. All depends on what balancing passes are done when they release the Babaroga. So it will be interesting to see how it plays out, to say the least. Let's see. I just wanted to. I saw it someplace. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? People are time to buy up all the BPCs for Leshaks. Yeah. So people are making speculations on what this thing is gonna do. Where is it? Someone just bought every Leshak in Jeddah. I mean, Triggy boys are having some funny conversations about this whole situation. I'm all for it. I mean, there's a lot of speculation because we don't know. We'll find out. It's just been announced. Who knows what's gonna happen. Um, uh, it's there's got to be balance passes and ship balancing and everything. It'll be interesting. Hopefully, everything comes out in a good state, and it's not a shit ship release or a or something that's OP. Everyone wants it. Everyone's going crazy about it. We'll see. No one knows what it's gonna be. Um, uh, you might as well. I mean,
What if I made you a promise?
there's one thing in this that makes me laugh.
That in the face of adversity, destruction, I could offer unity, an alliance. Where the purpose of one would be the power of many.
Where is it? Where is it? Here's the funny.
Wielding every strength of the collective.
We've made it. Tricky boys, we've made it. The Triglavian clade has made it. Yeah, no, it'll be interesting to say the least to see how things play out. Because I mean, releasing a new dread too. That's cap ships. It's gonna have to get a pass over to. So it's gonna be changes and things going on, and it'll be interesting to see what else comes out of everything. To say the least. Let me see. I want to look something else up really quick. Yeah, because tomorrow we're going to get... Yeah, I might as well pull it up here. Because tomorrow we'll get this all-important situation going on, which will be important to see what's going on with balance. Because, as it says, plus any and all balance topics, but for the summer expansion. So that'll be interesting to find out what comes out of that. I probably should watch that live stream because that might give us some good ideas. Keynote speech for the summer expansion. Yeah, okay, whatever. It's redacted. Watch the live stream if you want to. Whatever. This is always the fun part. And then, yeah. So it's basically an important day tomorrow for some of this stuff. I should poke around for some of these other live streams, but I need to remember to watch the expansion panel. Plus ship and module balance. That'll be all important to check out. All right. Don't know what else besides, like, personally, I mean, I'm all happy another trig ship, but personally, I would really, really, really like to get my hands on a T3D or a T3C, or add some more Tech 2s to other ships in the line over a Marauder. Just my personal opinion. I think I'll cut it short here. I don't really want to constantly rehash bullshit over and over and over again, but I think it'll be some interesting times coming ahead. Might do some smaller little tidbits here and there. Yeah, I think this is baller as shit. I gotta look into some stuff, some more stuff to discuss. Or actually, not really discuss, but mull over in my brain. And kind of figure out what potential things might be happening going forward with everything with the triangle and drifters and where certain shit's going. But all right, I'll sign off here. Probably gonna go. Well, I'll sign off for now. I'm gonna stop recording. And probably play some Eve. Maybe live stream a little bit later. But I want to make some lunch. And then I'll probably end up back and playing and fucking around. Later.